Alright guys, Grey Jack Gaming, Red Dead Redemption Chapter 3. This is part 2 of Chapter 3. I thought about doing just a short one where it was just the journal reading, but I'm going to go ahead and just combine the beginning part of the journal reading with a mission or two. Turn that down. So if the journal reading isn't quite your thing, by all means skip forward unless of course you happen to be watching this live. Then that would be impossible. That's what you call magic. So let's pop open this journal. We did previously read some parts of chapter 2 on the last one, so I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. We talked about Mary taking the trip downtown with the girls and uncle. Discovered a few other things. Definitely the Hosea hunting trip. And then also the fact that Arthur doesn't truly like collecting the debt. So let's jump to Valentine. The first one is the Lenny mission. Nothing too significant there, just kind of fun to recount what happened when we got really drunk with Lenny. The next one, Strauss. I went to call in alone some farmer, local do-gooder. You remember this is the super nice guy that we had to collect on. Local do-gooder. I think he's been in Valentine before when I was fighting the big fella. He begged and coughed and spluttered, and I beat him half to death. Such is life, such is the world. His boy looked at me like I was the devil, and perhaps for him I was. The whole thing confused me. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe the whole thing revolted me and my part. These sad, desperate bastards, their silly expectations of life, and their tawdry reality. The unkindness of existence. I can handle that just fine, but I do not love it, nor those who try to make things otherwise, I guess. So again, just more insight on he hates doing those things for Strauss. It like really doesn't sit well with who he is trying to be as a person. That one's not too significant. It's just where I got that treasure map. Got into some god awful fight in the town saloon. Bill started it. He's wound so tight about something, I reckon he'll start hitting himself soon enough. I was stopped from beating the big yokel to death by a local do-gooder. That guy's name is Mr. Downs, by the way. I could not tell if this made me pleased or real angry, the fact that he was stopped. The local crowd seemed to want to see blood, however. Afterwards, Dutch accosted me with old Josiah Trelawney back and quite as slippery and confusing as ever. He'll come and go again, no doubt, and leave none of us any wiser as to who or what he really is. There is a mystery with Trelawney. I have it out. I've made a couple comments before that there could be some kind of connection with the stranger from Red Dead. I say from Red Dead 1, but the stranger is actually in Red Dead 2 as well. Trelawney told us that Sean had not been killed in Blackwater. He was a prisoner there held by scrap hunters awaiting payment. Charles Smith, Javier, and I met in Blackwater and rescued that loudmouth maniac before we'd even cut him free from the tree he was mouthing off at us. Javier said Blackwater is an impossible situation, and I guess I had better forget about all that money. All them years wasted earning that stuff. Guess I'll never quite know what happened, but the upshot is we're on the run and known to more folks in authority than we would like. That's that weird rock I discovered. Mary. Saw Mary again. I feel like the luckiest man alive and like a fool. That woman confuses me and plays me for a fiddle like no one else alive. Her little brother Jamie had joined up with the religious order and needed saving, or so she and the god awful daddy seemed to have thought. I took him home after a pathetic little squabble. Poor boy. Wonder what will become of him. Education and an unpleasant father have been a terrible curse for him, I fear. As for Mary, I trust I will not make a god awful fool of myself once more, but somehow I imagine I shall. So he's all twisted up with her, doesn't quite know what to think of her. That's that blind dude that gave us that little prophecy. Um, This was just a recap of the mission that I did with Hosea over at Emerald Ranch. Nothing too much other than it just kind of expresses his admiration for Hosea. Now, this one is really interesting. Took young Jack out fishing as a favor to Abigail many years ago before she fell so hard for that fool Marston. Perhaps I should have married her. I think part of me always thought that, yet, god damn you, Mary. Yo, so Arthur and Abigail appear to have been a thing, a very serious thing, and Mary split them up. Now, I say Mary split him up. I'm sure Arthur had his role in that. I don't want to shed the blame off of Arthur onto Mary, but maybe that's why people like Miss Grimshaw don't really like Mary. That also creates another layer to the feud between Arthur and John. You know, there's the jealousy. Now that jealousy's twofold. Dutch, you know, loving John, but also Abigail and John. Interesting. Jack is a good boy, a dreamer, a boy with a mama who loves him. I wonder if he will find what we seek, peace and truth away from all of this nonsense and lies. If that is what we still seek? Question mark. Not that that's a new development. Not sure I know myself. Speculation, real quick. This is obviously Red Dead Redemption 2. With how successful this is, they absolutely have to make another Red Dead Redemption game. Personally, I want to see it through the eyes of Jack. This is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1. At the end of Red Dead Redemption 1, Jack was an adult who redeemed the death of his father, John Marston. Again, the game's 8 years old. No need for a spoiler warning. I would love to see Jack ultimately turn the corner and live the life we all want desperately for Arthur, for hell, even for guys like Dutch. And, you know, we want these guys to finally make that money, go right off into the sunset, just have a ranch, be a person, live a normal life, and to have made it. I would love to live that experience through Jack. Redemption 3, make it happen, Rockstar. Sometimes I'm not sure Dutch does. All right, what are we talking about? Not sure I know myself anymore. Not sure Dutch does. Sometimes I'm not sure Dutch does. As we finished, a couple of Pinkerton agents appeared. Milton was one of them. I forget the other fella's name. It's kind of interesting that he forgets the name. I think that's like a weird way of putting more emphasis on him because, as I mentioned before, that's Agent Ross. That's the guy in Red Dead 1 that had John doing all that stuff, that kidnapped Abigail and Jack, that had John killed, that ultimately Jack went and killed at the very end of Red Dead 1. So the fact that Arthur's like, I can't really remember his name, I think is kind of clever. That turn of events, apparently there's 5,000 on my head alone. After Blackwater, or maybe before, it seems we may be in real trouble. I just don't know. Dutch doesn't seem too worried, but I am beginning to have some doubts as to this wisdom in his indifference. So that's I think that's the camp packed up. So because the next one is let's see. More problems have befallen us, more running. Leviticus Cornwall, the oil, sugar, and rail and greed merchant whom we robbed a while back, had us ambushed in Valentine. Seems he has added to the price on our heads. We shot our way out of town and narrowly escaped with our lives. The only amusing aspect of the horror was Herr Strauss getting grazed and acting like he was preparing for his short trip down to hell. Hello. After this, we fled the county or country and headed even further south and east, camping by a lake. This is pretty much new country for me. Charles and I saved a family of Germans who were in the process of getting themselves killed. He's a better man than me, speaking of Charles. He does not need to think to be good. It comes naturally to him. That's interesting. So Arthur, I think I think what he's saying is that he has to consciously think to be good, but I think that alone is good. It comes naturally to him, like right in deep. within as opposed to this conflict between good and evil that rages within me. If only we had fled west out of Blackwater, we could be free now. Out where we belong, beyond civilization, with the savages and the animals. Here we won't ever be at home. So now the next one's roads. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And then at the end of chapter 3, when we begin chapter 4, I'll read that. So with that, let's go ahead and jump to our next mission. Let's see where that happens to be. So we have Molly O'Shea here. That's another interesting one because, again, usually the missions come from Dutch or Micah or, all of those guys. So we have Molly O'Shea real close, or we have the Greys. Simply because it's so close, let's just hit up Molly. Molly O'Shea. She, every time I try to talk to her, she usually walks away. I made the joke that she's only walking away because Dutch is so close.
What's wrong with you, Mr. Morgan?
What?
How'd you mean?
You're stuck in camp all the time. You used to be such a man of action.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Matthews, but
They want me out on a mission.
maybe they're right. I need to confess.
That's a business I know nothing about, Reverend. That's between you and God.
Sometimes I feel as if he cared. He would have killed me years ago.
Good morning, Arthur.
That's a feeling I can relate to.
Nobody wants to hear the Reverend stuff, man. It's kind of sad because in reality, the man needs help, and he's kind of crying out for help. But he is just such a hot mess, man. Nobody wants to be a part of that train wreck.
Morning.
Yeah, go put a shirt on, Bill.
Charles.
Dude, she's kind of far by herself, huh? Where's she at?
Hey, Arthur. Can I have a quick word?
Yes, you can. Oh, snap. You're hiding.
Yes, Miss O'Shea.
Call me Molly, would you? Arthur, how is Dutch? I mean, how does he seem to you?
I'm about the same as usual, I guess.
I really love him, you know. But if he... Like he always says, loyalty is everything, so...
Arthur! Excuse me, Miss O'Shea.
What you want?
I bring a gift. The great gift of information.
So you got some tip-off, so now I can risk my neck and make you some money while you...
Oh, there goes
around.
Molly O'Shea.
Arthur, bitterness, it works on the inside as well as on your sour face.
If you say so. But you could go find some other fool to run your errands.
Bill, come on over here. Will you be my other fool? You too, Charles.
What are you talking about?
Arthur's above a little stick-up I heard about.
No, I'm not.
You just said.
Hey, I'll do it. As long as
Freaking
you
Arthur.
ride with us.
I got a serious medical condition.
Lumbago.
Yes, you are a compulsive liar.
No need to be like that. Charles, have I ever lied to you?
I hardly know you.
Exactly. Now, you boys should do this. It's easy, and I'll only take a small commission for my information. But it's now or never.
Then it's never.
Oh, God help me. Fine, I'll do it.
Well, what is it?
It's a supply wagon carrying payroll, but very briefly unguarded, apparently, as it passes through a crossroads near here where there's an old ruined church before it connects with the rest
Barely
of
get
the
up on a
wagon
horse.
train. Very easy picking.
As long as we get paid or you get shot, I'm happy.
You are a sick man, Arthur Morgan. A very sick man indeed.
I'm never going to get my better horse out of stables, am I?
This way. Bunch of smart Alex.
Yeah!
But at least I could get my hat.
How you get wind of this, old man?
Gotta feed my horse.
We only been down here all of 5 minutes.
Gotta feed myself.
You boys been off fishing,
Never eat.
playing lawman, or whatever the hell you've been doing. I've been getting down to business.
That's so
Finding the
uncle.
nearest grog house.
Hey, you don't want in on this, Williamson? That's fine by me. Do us all a favor. Head home.
Let's not forget about Molly.
Too.
Just have a little faith for once, will you? I've been scoping jobs like this since you fellers were knee-high to a grasshopper.
Once a decade, maybe. So what is it you scoped here exactly?
Well, I told you. There's a wagon with a lockbox passes through every week. Okay, hold up here.
We should cover our faces.
Oh, yep. We're passing through the crossroads up ahead.
When?
Soon, Williamson. Christ's sakes. I should be due any time now.
Let's keep this quiet and clean. Nobody needs to die here.
There! You see, gentlemen?
I see him.
Just like clockwork.
It's got to go sideways, right? There's no way Uncle has solid information.
Stop the wagon!
Oh my god.
I said, stop the
It looks just like
wagon!
a couple of regular people.
Now, don't try anything stupid, and we won't do anything unkind.
You know, boys, I don't want to get shot, but this is a mistake. I work for Cornwall Kerosene and Tar.
Okay.
Mr. Leviticus Cornwall.
Oh, great.
So you know him?
Who doesn't?
I hear he's rich enough to share the wealth around and not miss it too much.
Oh, he'll miss it.
Okay, why don't you check out round the back?
Arthur, help me out here.
Let's see what's inside.
That looks promising. You not use your gun for that?
Okay,
Okay,
we're looking
some
good.
money. All
Must be
right.
nearly 1,000 here.
Oh shit. Okay. Good job, Unc. Here we go.
Shit! Hey! Think I see something!
Oh, great.
Let's go! Arthur, let's go!
Yeah!
All right. If there's any combat that I just loathe, it's riding my horse one way and shooting the other way. You can actually get the better ammunition.
Get back here!
Why is...
Fellas, come on! Keep on up!
There's a hope.
Okay.
I'm nice going! Most garbage wagon and goddamn history! Hell I know! Go! Get rid of them!
Okay, took him out. That actually worked.
Up, boys! Get rid of these sons of bitches!
I just did. I didn't go for any headshots.
Let's go!
Just center mass. Oh, watch out, Charles. Is there more behind us again? Nope, yeah, though.
Where the hell are we going? Getting
Good
out of
question.
here! What kind of dumb questions?
I don't even see... Oh, here we go.
Keep going! We're losing them!
Are we, though?
Do not let them get away!
There's something with my horse. Oh, maybe it's like a reload or something. I can't aim that far? Oh, crap. See, this is what I'm talking about. Alright, catch back up with the crew.
Faster, come on! You're getting away! Yeah! Dig in, boys! Come on!
I'm proud of you, Unc. You're keeping up. Check you out leading the
Get off
charge.
trail! Into the woods! Let's shake him and get back to camp!
No, we need to find a place to lie low. We can't risk leading Cornwall's men to camp.
All right! Hold up!
Whoa!
Let's hide in here. Quick!
What are we going to do with the horses? Okay.
Get out of here, go on. I'll see you later. All right, let's get out of sight. Stay until dark, and then we'll sneak out of here. Charles, you keep
$1,000.
watching now.
That means
Sure.
500 after the camp split.
We
Split 4
get
ways
some
after
rest.
that. Not great, but not too shabby.
All right. Let's try and get out of here.
I love how some of the nighttime scenes look.
Absolutely.
Oh, shut up, old man.
Look, I was just trying to...
Shut up. There's a light over by the house.
Damn. I hated it. Let's just keep this calm. See what happens.
Is this your place? Kinda. And you didn't hear nothing?
Why don't you just tell me, partner, what you heard? Tell me what you heard.
I don't... Maybe I heard some noises out by the barn a while ago.
Snitching.
Ain't me.
Better not be. All right.
So after we kill these guys, we're gonna kill that
Go check out
homeowner.
the barn.
Sir.
Well, is this a knife kill coming up? Yikes.
Well, the place looks deserted enough.
Sure. You
Well,
head
let me switch
inside,
weapons.
I'll go around the back.
Are they splitting up? Okay. You definitely silently kill one of these guys. I wish it would let me. Oh, here we go. He could see me, right?
Place looks empty to me. Now, the old guy up there is full of crap.
I don't think they're here. Don't see any horses.
Come on, let's head back. Boss!
Yes. Oh, wait. No.
Damn it, Arthur!
What?
What was that?
Was I not supposed to kill him?
Let fly at 'em, boys.
Oh well.
Let me get in there. Oh, hell. Where are they all coming from? Looks like Mr. Cornwall.
Yeah, some of these guys, they can say, oh, through and through. Look at that hole in his back.
Got some freeze on my
Out of the way, Bill.
Oh, I shoot his hat off.
What happened to keep this coal
Shot that
on
dude's
us?
face off.
They was
Oh, he
sick
did,
as
man.
finding us
That dude's in the
anyway.
Matrix.
This fella really
Straight up
don't
ducked my
like
bullet.
raw.
Let's just hope we don't run out of bullets.
There's a goddamn horde of them on the left here.
Which way? Which way?
God damn it, they're coming in
Oh,
this
hello.
way now.
Oh, golly. That was a terrible decision, sir.
I got this, Uncle. How about we stop robbing Cornwall for a while?
Yeah, that was a good idea.
Robbing Cornwall.
Whatever, Unc.
Hey, you glad now I insisted you come along?
Oh, this is it. I'm officially retired. We got more on this side.
Which way, Charles? I got you.
Behind you, Charles.
Oh, yikes. Yo, maybe it's like this high velocity weapon though? Like all of the, hey, yo, are we on fire?
Hold them back.
We might want to make a decision here in a second, guys. I haven't been to this side in a minute.
If we don't get out of here soon, we're
Darn it.
charcoal.
Oh, shoot him when he's down. Yo. Who's that? Oh, that's the dude I stabbed. Come on, Bill, knock it out. Let's go. Come on, Charles, that way, dude. Go.
Let's head to the woods.
All right.
Into the tree. Come on.
Look at Bill.
Where are we going, Bill? We'll try to lose him in the woods.
Let's split up a bit. Try to confuse them. Arthur, with me.
Is that you right there? What's that, a fox?
Quick, behind these rocks.
All right. When did you become the military strategist?
Coming this way. Perfect. We need to do this quietly. You take the left and I'll take the right, okay?
You're right or my right?
Morgan, you good?
Aye.
I'm getting the left, correct?
You see anything? Not yet.
Walk past us. Walk past us. Did he say me? I get the left? That doesn't make any sense. Oh wow.
Follow my lead.
Did you do it to him? God, oh, you suck.
Son of a bitch! Uh-oh. Clearly those boys ain't as quiet as us.
Guess we should go give him a
Okay, I
hand.
think we actually did it alright. Somehow they still got a shot off.
I'm gonna watch you run! One dead on. You're going to go! Take this!
Ooh-wee. Said you was letting him go. Ah!
You're not getting out of here alive!
Slip, slip!
We all still alive?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, I'll deal with you later.
We got some money, didn't we?
Sure, but
We
now we
did?
got Cornwall on our backs.
It was an
again.
honest
Hey,
mistake.
leave it. Go on, get out of here. Every man split up. Go on, run quick.
Good luck, gents.
Stay quiet and move.
How much money we get? 900? 450? Yeah. Not too bad. Not too great. And we are in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if I could loot these guys without there being any witnesses, because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I guess I can't. Alright, come on. Hi-ho silver away. The weather's looking pretty dope. Alright, let's see where I'm at. If I am near some stables, I would like to get my horse back. Or just straight up the next mission. I think the gray... Oh, everything's locked down. I bet you by the time I got down there... Oh, hello. Oh, here's the witness, huh? Should we handle that? Or just head on out? I don't know how much of a... First of all, it's a white eye. So that means that they can't identify me. Kind of far behind me. I'm going to just head back. Maybe over to the grays, I think, by the time I get there. Every time I see a light on in a house as I'm riding past, I'm always tempted to go investigate. This is the absolute greatest game to just like wander off. Jeez, that moon came out of nowhere. It got crazy bright all of a sudden. This game is the greatest game to just wander off and explore. Even if you like stumble across something that isn't related to the story, it's still... Oh no.
Okay, my friends, settle down. Because we are here today for a very special occasion. It is imperative that we reestablish sanity and supremacy before it is too late.
If you're gonna
Our
watch, keep it
numbers
quiet.
are
Supreme
waning.
One is talking.
Thanks to the fools in Congress and their ludicrous ideas.
Hell with it.
But today, we grow one stronger as we anoint a new brother into our
Tempted to throw dynamite in the middle of them,
Please step forward.
but I want to watch this little scene play out.
Do you choose to accept the light?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
So dumb.
All right. Come on. Let the eternal light shine.
So crazy.
Somebody wait! Where y'all going? Come back! Come back!
I'll kill all you bastards.
Get him, Arthur. All right.
Come on, pal.
I also heard the ones that ran off.
Yep.
There's like a cliff nearby, and they all like ran off the edge of the cliff or something like that. Would have been kind of cool, just throw like a stick of dynamite in the middle of them. Speaking of just wandering around and having like a individual story being told in front of you, it's honestly a decent example. One that I think about is I came up to this house. There was like a lady that appeared to have killed herself. There was like a bullet hole in the side of her head. She was laying there, and a gun was like maybe a foot away, as if she killed herself and dropped the gun, obviously. And she had a letter on her when I looted her, because of course you loot her. And the letter said it was like a guy breaking up with her, and was like, "Hey, I can't do this anymore. We can't see each other anymore. I'm married. I have to go back with my wife. Blah 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 blah." And then when you go inside the house, there was 2 bodies in there that were like completely like mutilated. And you kind of piece together that the guy broke up with his mistress. The mistress couldn't handle it, goes back to the house, finds him and his wife back together, kill them, and then, murder-suicide. So, and again, that was just like randomly passing by a house and just go and investigate. So now with that lovely story, don't call me boy. That's what I want.
You wanted me to have a word with some folk on the property. I'm recently deputized, you see.
Deputized? And I suppose Lee was drunk when he did it? Look,
Maybe.
you can come in, but you ain't talking with me.
Obliged.
I don't want to talk to you. My mustache is better. Maybe not. His was pretty good. Alright, who am I trying to talk to? Am I going inside? Hello?
Hey, I was hoping you'd talk a moment. I'm a student of the history of the region, and,
I ain't the one to speak to. Try Master Bo. Think he's down there by the wood store. Boy's got all the time in the world.
Speak to Bo. Where you at, Bo? I was gonna... Oh, there he is. Hey, Bo. Gray Bo.
I'll see you at the sheriff's
We're like
office.
Gray Jack.
Excuse me, friend.
We friends?
Not yet, but he is hoping.
I guess.
We don't get a lot of traveling men here. Then suddenly, there's a whole phalanx of mysterious but strangely helpful Yankees about the place.
Is there?
What are you doing here?
I was just looking for work.
Well, looking for something. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
I got a secret of my own.
Are you secretly normal?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
The thing is, I don't care if you kill the whole lot of us and the Braithwaites.
I don't want to kill anyone.
I love her, you know.
Love who?
Penelope. But it's impossible.
Well, love tends to be complicated.
She's a Braithwaite. I'm Bo Gray, son of Tavish Gray, nephew of Lee Gray, the sheriff, grandson of old Murdo Gray. We Grays have been loyal to the state and murderous to the Braithwaites for so long now, no one can even quite explain why. Beyond blind loyalty and stupidity, I'm supposed to be loyal to some nonsense while she's amazing. She's like a woman from the future. She's like tomorrow, if tomorrow turns out fine.
Well, I'm sorry for your predicament.
Would you help?
I don't want to get involved in gang feuds. It seems unseemly.
I'll pay. I've got money. We Grays, we've always got money. No brains, mind, but money.
Well, in that case...
I know she loves to sit out in the gazebo on the edge of the Braithwaite property. Take her this letter and this bracelet, please.
All right, clearly Romeo and Juliet. Where's my horse? Back behind me, of course. Horse, of course. Thanks, Bo. All right, from one plantation to the next. Better follow that route. What did he say? So, not that we've really been asked to pick sides. I was hoping that was gonna let me push it open and not trip me up. I don't really like the Greys. Like, that Bo dude seemed halfway interesting, but there's just something about that whole family that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And they seem overly preoccupied with the Braithwaites. You know, the sheriff drunk on the job. Not really digging them, but then the Braithwaites, slave owners. They said something else about them that was like kind of disparaging. Oh yeah, they go hand in hand with the Lemoyne Raiders. We know what kind of a headache they've already been. So, you know, I don't like either of these families. Which way am I headed? All these back trails. That's a weird path. GPS, you're drunk, go home. Here we go. Your horseback is found. Oh, so this is a stealth mission. My favorites. The only thing I like more than stealth missions is riding on my horse and shooting backwards. Alright, dude is that way. Actually, I'm going to do this for a time being. Expand. Make that a little bit bigger. This was some really advantageous fog that rolled in out of nowhere. Ooh, that dude's looking. Am I still crouching? Why did I stop? Alright, dude coming around the house to the left. That dude staring at the gazebo to the right. This is not a good hiding spot. I don't know how shrubbery works. Oh, they're gonna see me. I don't know how shrubbery affects line of sight. Like in, really?
Someone's sneaking on the property. We don't let folks out.
I don't know if that was the smartest. That had to be a terrible idea. At least you can see where my instincts lie. I mean, the thing that makes this game so great, is also what causes some of its problems. Okay, where am I at? You know, on one hand, you could play poker, you could have a shooting competition, you can horse race, you can do stealth missions, explosives. You can do so many different things that just the pure variety alone is partially what makes this game so great. Now, having said that, you take a game like Assassin's Creed that does one thing, stealth. And, you know, and it does it very well. I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed. Oh, man, that dude is right there, but he's looking that way. Okay. So, you know, do you want to be a jack of all trades or a master of one? And, you know, I freaking love this game so much. I mean, I would call this game a master of many. But maybe the stealth is maybe one aspect where it's not, you know, the best in the business by itself. Or maybe I just suck at stealth and now I'm just whining and complaining. Ooh, I'm tired. Don't drown. It's not a good time to get tired. Alright, nobody else is around here. Alright, lady, you better be worth it. You ain't even worried when a strange man rolls up on you crouching?
Are you Penelope Braithwaite?
Why, yes, I am.
I've got a letter for you.
Oh.
And a gift.
A letter and a gift. Well, we don't even know each other.
Well, it's not from me. It's from,
From Bo. Oh, he He's so...
Strange?
Yes, he's a little strange.
A lot of strange.
Also so human. The rest of our families are stuck in the dark ages, or... Well, I don't know, cave people, perhaps. Bo's different. But if they find out, they'll kill him and send me to live someplace awful like Ohio. Have you ever been to Ohio?
Poor Ohio.
Well, neither have I, but my uncle has a factory there. He was sort of the black sheep.
Just glad
on
they
account
didn't
of
say
having
Arizona.
left. But now they tolerate him because he's a vicious snob. Families are there's something else. You got a family, sir?
No, not really.
Well, they tolerate him because of the money. But me, with my ideas above my station, they can't stand.
That sounds pretty complicated. I don't know quite what to say.
Well, nothing to say, except I hope they all rot. I don't, well, maybe a bit. But here, if you see Bo again, will you give this to him?
Sure.
I'm gonna give it to the sheriff. I gotta sneak out of here. Looks like they're steering me towards this boat. I wonder if it's gonna be a shortcut back to camp. Why are you breathing so heavy, dude? That's cool how I got wet up to the correct area. Can I not? There we go. I guess I was waiting for a button prompt. Alright, let me see which way I'm going. Yeah, check that out. Almost as if it was... First of all, is this even where I want to go? Just because it's back at camp. I guess my next missions won't open up. I have a feeling that they're putting me back in that direction simply for that purpose. Made for a simple escape. I must admit, on my first playthrough, I didn't realize that the camera angle was kind of pointing me in the direction of the boat. So I had to crouch and sneak around 100 other guards walking around. If you do that though, you have a chance at coming across the interesting little secret that the Braithwaites are hiding. There is a shed with a couple like holes in it and a chain wrapped around it. And there's like a mentally... Oh man, it's a lot farther than I thought. Like a mentally impaired young lady that they keep trapped up there. And in another mission, somebody makes reference to the idea that the Braithwaites are hiding like a family secret that they don't want other people to know. So it's kind of implying that one of the kids or grandkids or however you want to look at it is like mentally ill. So instead of like loving them through that, they chain them up outside in a shed. Oh man, I'm tired. I almost feel like sneaking might have been quicker. Maybe not as easy though. We're getting close. I guess I can shrink this back down. Regular. What happened to our other boat that we hashtag borrowed? Hopefully I could just go right here. What's up, Lenny? You know, actually, at the end of the last stream, I think we had discovered there's a dog. So I think our camp now has a dog.
Yes, kid. You got a lot on?
Lenny.
Good morning, Arthur.
Lenny wants to do a mission. I have time for a mission, Lenny. Especially with my boy Lenny.
Just hunting for all this hillbilly gold that Dutch and Hosea seem to think is out there just waiting to be stolen. Why?
I got something. Could be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in Rhodes talking to some of the colored folk. They said there's a gang of fools holed up in the swamps east of here who think their war ain't never ended.
The Civil War?
Yeah, apparently it's still raging in these fools' minds 30 years later.
Okay.
That ain't my point. These ignorant fools are weapon dealers. And in their dealing, sometimes sit on a decent pile of cash. Yeah, been selling weapons to Cuba and South America for years. Anyway, the old boy I was talking to reckoned there might be a bunch of cash just sitting around. And failing that, maybe a nice stash of weapons.
With just a bunch of crazies guarding it?
Exactly.
Wow.
Never turned down a robbery.
Least, isn't it?
That was my thinking. Said it was at some place called Shady Belle, deep in the woods.
Okay.
Good job, Lenny.
All right then, let's go rob some fools.
Do it. This is usually about the time that I say, man, I've got to hit up the stables to get my better horse.
Come on now, boy.
Come on, it's this way. On me.
Right behind you. Hey, Micah. Oh, wouldn't let me antagonize. Turn off the GPS.
You know, I might have met these crazies before.
You been drinking again?
No. Well, yes, but no, that's not how I might have met them. I think some of them harangued me and Sadie when we were coming back with supplies.
Mrs. Adler?
Yeah. And Mrs. Adler did just fine. More than fine, actually. She's terrifying. But I got a notion these fellers is one and the same.
Yeah, we won't find no shortage of angry peckerwood idiots in the state of Lemoyne. That's for sure.
Is it really that different in this state? We haven't come far.
It seems like it is.
These boys got a manner about them, but I haven't necessarily noticed.
All respect, Mr. Morgan. You wouldn't notice. Might call you a nigger lover. They see us riding like this. But most of it is a glance or a word. And after that, a visit in the night.
Well, out west, it's...
Out west is out west. And you're all who you are. Right? Decent folks. But some places down here, they judge differently.
Well, now, guess it can't be so easy for you, Lenny. Sorry you're caught up in this.
Well, I guess their gold's still shining. And their guns still shooting. So I'm game for robbing any and every one of these bastards for all they got.
Okay, then.
Plus, it beats being lynched back in Blackwater with all of you by my side.
I guess it does.
Again, it's conversations like that that like really kind of take you back a little bit. Like, damn, yeah, that was reality back then.
Go! Easy now.
What you talking about,
Feels
honey?
like we're close. It's a rundown old plantation house down in the bayou somewhere.
Let's take it slow. Be cautious. If, like you say, these crazies are sitting on weapons, we're gonna want to strategize a little before getting shot at.
Of course. They said find the old battlefield and keep on going.
Well,
this looks like the old
we got
battlefield.
some wrecked old Civil War weaponry. Now where are the wrecked old Civil War holdouts?
Nobody cleans
See
this
that
stuff
church
up.
up ahead? They're supposed to use it as an outpost. Heard they got men going between here and the big house all day.
Okay.
Look at this field. Whew. Imagine getting caught up in a fight like this.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't care to.
What do you, Arthur?
Hold those reins in. Let's just take a look around the place.
I hear you. It doesn't look like anyone's here.
We don't know that for sure. Let's have us a nosy.
Where we're going's close, but you'll need a mount.
Oh, I thought we were saying we were getting off the horses.
Hear that? Someone's on the track.
Okay.
Look there, the wagon.
Let's see where he's going. You're on me now.
Right behind you.
Let's keep our distance. Just two fellers out on the road.
Those crates in the back, they look like explosives to you?
They're red.
Worth a follow, at least.
If cartoons have taught me anything, it's red boxes mean explosives.
I think I see something. End of the avenue, between the trees.
I see it.
Might be it. Might be. Keep it steady.
I feel like shooting those boxes right now just to see what happens.
Hey, big plantation house. Must be Shady Belle. I reckon we can leave our mounts up there, off the trail.
Good enough to me.
Oh, this way.
Come on. We can get a view on it from that wall up there.
Take your time though, Lenny. There you go. Use your weapon scope to investigate.
You see anything?
Yes. Yes. They're here, all right. And they're armed. Almost a militia. They got men covering the house. Down by the road. We do well to draw them into one spot if we're gonna make a pass at this. What else?
Hey, we came all this way, so can you look again and see if you spot anything?
I spotted everything.
I know dynamite crates when I see them.
Do you?
Got something, right?
Do they
Oh,
say
we got
dynamite on them?
something. We can hit them head on, fight them honest. Or you could go down there acting friendly.
Friendly? With these folks?
Just draw them into one spot, then I'll start shooting.
Well, that might be the dumbest idea I've ever heard. But hey, I'm always up for a performance.
I wouldn't do that to you, Lenny.
Let's give the word.
So I am gonna shoot that explosive thing first. It looks like it's only gonna kill him though.
What do we do?
Oh, sorry. Shoot dynamite.
Gonna hit them head on. You save your play acting for Jose and the girls.
Fine by me. Waiting on you.
Who's shooting already? Oh shit. You did a lot more damage than I thought. Let me actually get right behind this rock. Got him. Right in the kisser. Oh damn, you're close as shit. Man, sometimes they just take those shots like jeez. doing? That's it, right?
Quick! Any men in the area would have heard that. They might be on the way. Now let's
Okay.
grab something and get out.
Sounds like a plan.
Search the area for weapons.
Hey, this could be promise.
A lot of dynamite. Come on, Lenny. What happened to hurry up? People could be coming. Climb
We
into the
oughta
wagon?
check 'em before
Oh,
we drive them out of here.
why?
Here. Come on.
Okay.
This is
Oh,
full
okay.
of new rifles.
We can sell those, right?
We sure can.
Can use a
Check the
couple
rest
of 'em.
later. Now, come on. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Get this back to camp. Yep.
Here.
Can you drive, Lenny, and I'll shoot? That'd be my preference. Running over dead bodies left and right.
Don't spare the nag. Come on.
I'm hustling, bro. You know what? I might as well just get it out now.
Come on. G up. Fall in. Let's see how fast they run.
Right. Coming our way. Keep it together here.
What are we shooting them?
Hey, stop! What's a black feller doing coming out of Shady Belle? In one of our wagons?
Are we killing them? Defuse.
We was doing some business with your brothers back there.
You don't look like any kind of folk we deal with.
You see,
I don't like it.
Damn it. We should have just shot him to begin with. Oh, they just want me to ride? You got him, Lenny? Oh, shit. And of course I'm headed the wrong way. Yeah. Yes? Can I say yes to that?
Well, you ain't shot with the whip.
We should have just shot him as they came up.
I'm looking, all right? I can't see anyone chasing us.
I should think we're out of the woods then, so to speak.
Boy, oh boy.
Shady Belle.
You did good.
We did it.
Well, let's get to camp before saying anything like that.
I know Sean's been bringing in quite a lot lately, and I wanted to... It's good to have something to show like this.
Sean's a loudmouth bragger. Don't worry about what Sean does.
Hey, I like him, you know?
Yeah, well, so do I. Against my better judgment. Just, you worry about you. He wasn't on Leviticus Cornwall's train with me. We had to dig him out of Blackwater.
But...
But nothing. Me and Dutch, and everyone who counts, we know what you do for this gang. We notice. Keep it up. You're gonna start seeing things change for you.
Okay, then. Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Thank you, Arthur.
That was cool on both ends. Number one, Lenny being self-aware and concerned. He wants to make sure that he's doing his own part. But then on the other hand, Arthur letting him know that they see what he does bring and let him know that he's appreciated.
Hey, the camp's in these trees up here.
Let's get there.
Arthur, Lenny, coming back.
These are fine rifles.
Right?
I'm gonna keep one, just for me. Hey.
Nice.
I always enjoy riding with you, kid. You know how to fight.
Hey, you too.
And drink.
Anytime, Arthur.
We should have gave Lenny one. Bolt action rifle. Nice. It's actually one of my favorite guns in the game. Might have to make it down to the gunsmith and mod it up a bit. Preaching forgiveness as he went. Oh, you're looking ragged.
Hello, Arthur.
All right. We're going to go ahead and cut the stream there. We got a decent amount of work done today. I should have more days off.
But I got a tip.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
All right, here's the tip.
Goody, I'm telling
Leave me
It
alone.
always is with you. Then we end up heading in a burning barn getting shot at.
You're a sad man, Arthur Morgan. Sad man indeed.
No, I wanted to hear the tip. Ugh. Was that Jack? What was Jack saying? Said something about Leopold. All right, Jack, you're gonna be my last.
Are you okay, Reverend? You playing lawman? I do that sometimes too. I'm sober.
Yeah, you want my badge, buddy?
Hey, Jack.
I've been on quite a tear.
It'd break my heart if I accidentally antagonized him one time.
I guess.
You girls, you have
Okay,
beautiful
all right.
hearts.
That's it, guys. That's the conclusion of part 2 of chapter 3. I think we made it through chapter 2 fairly quick, so hopefully we'll do the same with chapter 3. And then 4 is when it starts, stuff starts hitting the fan. So I look forward to experiencing that with you guys. Until next time, though.
Mr. Morgan.
Nope, not right now.